What I like about Latin culture is that it is warmer. It's a lot warmer. It feels warmer. It feels more normal socially. I really like it. Let's talk about it. Welcome in. Much love. Trav here in Washington, D.C. Just made it in from Mexico City. Spent 3 weeks in Mexico City and Puerto Escondido earlier this year. Spent a couple weeks in France and Spain. And now I'm back to Washington, D.C., East Coast, American culture. And it is a little bit of culture shock. I expected. I know it's different. And I'm going to share with you what I really like about Latin culture and why maybe it's a good move for me to spend more time there. I don't know about like moving into it, but there's a lot of things I like about it. As we go walk through the park here, I'm headed to a hot yoga class. Something to do. I'm here. I've got some pro Magic players meeting this weekend here. A camp of preparation, training camp, and staying with a college roommate who's at work right now. We're going to a NBA playoff game tomorrow night. I'm stoked. It's gonna be really fun. And I also have another video on this you could check out. European culture versus American culture. Basically, there's a lot that's different, but you have the Latin cultures across the world, which are Southern Europe and Southern and Central America. And there's different religious reasons for this. If you look at what Catholicism versus Puritanism and Protestantism, sorry if I mangled that, but you have the Anglo peoples who have a little bit of a colder culture and colder religion. There's less touch. People are more restrained. There's more shame around the body and sexuality. The Latin cultures don't have that as much. There's more touch, there's less restraint, there's less shame. You start off with kiss on the cheeks. You don't really do that too much in the States. You don't really do that too much in this Anglo Puritan culture, whatever you want to call it. In Latin culture, there's more touch in general between man and woman, woman and woman. There's more homoeroticism, I feel. More humor, more sexual humor, it seems to me. And it creates the feeling of being a little less restrained and a little more normal. And this is anecdotal, but it's also true. It's true that if you look at, there's some study that looked at instances of touch at lunch in America versus France and Spain and stuff like that. And America's got the least touch. We've got these big tables which separate us from each other. Try not to get fucking hit here. Where in these other cultures, there's like less space. The personal space bubble is less. It's fewer inches. We have all this space to separate ourselves with these like awkward long hugs in America. And that's the one specific thing I can point to, but it creates a different feel in the cultures as well, where it's like, it's hard to describe other than it feels unnatural here, and it feels more natural there. I'd like to go into more depth, but it's a minor thing with really major implications. I'm curious, for those of you who travel between these or live in the different ones, how you feel. If you came from the Latin world to the Puritan world, is it awkward and cold? If you came from the Northern Anglo world and went to the Latin world, is it warm and natural? If you only live in one or the other, do you think this characterizes that true? That's true. But now that I'm back here, I just want to kiss everyone on the cheek. It feels more normal. Be more be warmer, have less space bubble. And maybe it, culture changes over time. I think you take the best things. This is somewhat unrelated, but I've been reading a lot of Genghis Khan. The Mongol culture, they did not just the kiss on the cheek, but like sniff on the cheek. They were really into smell, that your personal identity was your smell a lot. So they're kind of unwashed savages, or considered that way, but it just shows you how different things are in different places, how different the culture is, and the customs, and the touch, and the smell, and so on. So you take that even further, look at other cultures. I haven't been to Africa, I haven't been to Southeast Asia, I don't really know. But I do know that I like Latin culture for these reasons, and it feels way more normal, and I want to spend more time there. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that exactly yet, but if you want something, you're a lot more likely to get it, and that's something that I want, something I'm a lot more likely to get. So, on my way to yoga here, sweating like a fucking in this hot stuff. Let me know what you think about that. Please share anecdote, data, whatever it is. If you think this is useful or interesting, I'll share more. Come with me so I continue on my journey here. Try to share useful things that I learn along the way. And just watch, a couple years, things are gonna be big, big, big. Promise you that. So that's it. Be late. I don't want to be late here. I'm gonna focus on walking. Let me know what you think in the comments. Much love, and stay blessed. Stay blessed. Peace.